Morning. We have a couple of minutes before we start. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Thumbs up. Welcome to Tuesday morning. I am Michael at Rising Sun Yoga. And nice out there. It's going to be cold, but it's nice out there. So, as your thoughts create your experiences result in your emotions. So as your thoughts create your experiences create your emotions. And whether your experiences are internal or inside or external, outside of you, as you broadcast into the field, you create your experience with destiny. So when you meditate and you go inside, you are creating an experience internally. And you generate an energy, strong or weak, positive or negative. And whatever energy you create, you broadcast that. And you create your destiny. Did you get that? Thoughts create experience. Experience creates emotions. Whatever you broadcast out into the field, whether it's a result of going inside and meditating or seeing what's around you and becoming affected by that, that creates your destiny. So if you go inside and allow yourself to be calm, peaceful, joyful, you create an emotion. Your thoughts are, I'm going to uplift. I'm going to feel good. And as your thoughts or your clear intention lead you, it's going to create an experience. An experience is going to result in emotions. And those emotions are very energetic. You're defining your future. You're creating your destiny. Or you can be afraid by what's going on outside and around you and do the same thing in another direction. So your job is to stay centered even when your eyes are open and you're experiencing the world around you. You go inside and you create that state of mind You have a clear intention to be peaceful. So it's easier when learning this to close your eyes. Why? Because you're withdrawing from sensory perception. And since sight takes 70 to 80% of all your sensory nerves, by closing your eyes, you withdraw from that sense, and you withdraw from most of the sensory nerves. So let's do that right now. Close your eyes. This is your practice. Go inside. Start to breathe through the nose if you haven't been already. Increase the length of the inhale and the exhale. Slow your breathing down. Now, what is your intention? I'm not asking what your thoughts are right now. Your thoughts may not be where you want them right now. What is your intention? Change your mind, change your thoughts, change your direction to what your clear intention is. I want to feel peace right now. I want to just be happy right now. Then switch and do that. Your thoughts can create the experience. The more you experience whatever your thought is, let's say it's joy, let's say it's peace, then you begin to feel that, and that experience results in an emotion. That's an emotion you can feel right now. It's an emotion you can draw on down the road. Your practice is to hold on to that feeling, that elevated feeling you just created. And if you're practiced at this, this is easier. If you're not practiced at this, this is your practice. To learn how to do this, and then eventually to maintain this state of mind, this state of being. Stay there. If you wandered, come back. When you do open your eyes, see if you can maintain this state of being. And to give you a real live actual example, I have a friend whose name is Greg, who has a dog named Mia, who thinks about treats all day long. And now that dog, thinking about those treats, creates that dog's behavior all day long. And I know this because he just texted it while we were meditating. That would be Greg and Annie, just so you know. Okay, shall we move? They're probably embarrassed, but such is life. All right, come on into table pose. Start to move around. I'm not going to give you any directions, just a few cues, but move around so that you're working something that needs to be loosened up. You might be feeling tight, maybe your shoulder, maybe your entire side body is tight and needs to be opened up. So whether you go into table pose or extended table pose, start moving, doing, breathing that slow breath, but most importantly, can you maintain or go back to that state of mind you created when you were seated? So start to move forward and back in your extended table. And next time you slide your hips forward, step your left foot forward, then step it back, and then switch. Just go side to side a few times, and if you want to step that foot wide, step it wide. Actually, everybody try that. It actually gives you a nice open feeling. Next time you step it forward, stay there. Step it wide. Stay there and move side to side. Turn the toes out. And then step it back, go to the other side. Once again, moving side to side. Turning the toes out. And stepping it back. Now come into either neutral or extended table. Doesn't matter. Take your left leg, reach it back. It's lifted up. Take it out to the side. Touch down. Take it back. Out to the side again. See if you can bring it up level with your hands. Maybe, maybe not. And when you bring it back behind you to the other side. Forward, back behind you, crossing the body. You can bring it up forward, as far forward as you want, straight ahead perhaps. And then set it down. Move your hips from side to side. Roll your shoulders. And then extend your right leg back. Lift it up. Bring it to the side. Forward to the side and back behind you. Starting out the same way. And then when you bring it back, cross it back behind you to the other side. I feel like Jane Fonda. You can bring that foot all the way forward if you want. And set it down. Sit back. You're on your heels, torso is vertical. Move your hips from side to side. Take your hands, and your pinky always moves first. Get the articulation of all the joints in each finger. If it's easier to do just one at a time, you can. When you close, you bring it into a fist so the thumbs actually collapse or clasp. You open it up one at a time. See if you can go slow, or if you want, you can go fast. Now as you do this, you move your wrists. And reach. Breathing through the nose. Fingers on one hand are always moving. This one can really mess you up. All right. Come on back into table. Step your left foot forward. Put a blanket under your back knee if you want, and then raise your torso up. Take your hands to your hips and move forward. Your objective is to keep your torso vertical so that you can stretch your right psoas muscle, your hip flexor as we call it. If you want, you can take your hands to your thigh. That helps you to keep the torso vertical, because when you come forward, this guy is so tight, the psoas muscle, it'll pull you forward and you're trying to stay upright. So if this helps you, do this. Now take your right arm all the way up and then bring the elbow to the outside and then come on back up. Exhale, twist, place it. Inhale, come back up. Each time you go deeper, or each time you move into this, you're working to go a little deeper. So the twist comes before the elbow even comes close to that thigh. Next time, just stay there, hold it. And then take your left hand to your right hand, and then stack the left elbow above the right elbow, and move the torso off the thigh if it's resting on the thigh, and twist a little deeper here. Now check in with your breathing. And then come on back up into Anjaneyasana, steeple pose, with the hands, and then release forward and down, step it back, move in a circle. And then step your right foot forward, come on up. Hands to the hips, forward and back. And again, keep the torso vertical, but on this side I'm going to give you another cue. So when you move back, stay back, pull your pubic bone up, take your tailbone, slide it down. Some of you are going to feel stretch already in the quad. Try to maintain that as you come forward. You're going to feel that stretch a lot as you come forward. Now this is an abdominal workout as you do this. Take your left arm, reach it up, and then cross over. Inhale up. Twisting. Going a little deeper each time. Right hand to the hip. Next time, stay there. Take your right hand to your left hand, stack the elbows. Start to move the torso off the thigh, twist a little deeper. And then come on up, steeple position, the Anjaneyasana, and release down. Step it back, circle in the other direction. Now from here, curl your toes, lift your hips, lift your knees, come into a down dog. Pedal it out, walking your dog. How many of you have blankets on your mat, that is? So if you have a blanket, you can take that blanket onto your mat, putting it like so, and step your left foot forward and try to avoid the blanket. Step it back. Avoid the blanket. Come up and down with the heels. Raise them up. Lower them down. Step your right foot forward. Step it back. Slide forward into your plank. Pull back into your down dog. Sliding forward once again. Lower your left knee, come into side plank. Take that top arm, reach it towards the top of your head. Keep the right foot, that straight leg, right foot, keep it down. Now take the arm straight up, raise the leg up, back leg up off the floor. Bring it parallel. Bend the right knee, reach back and grab the instep. And then kick into the hand so the knee goes back and the chest opens up. And if you want, you can turn the chest up towards the ceiling a little bit. Now, release the arm up and the leg back. Come back down onto your hands and your knees. Back into downward dog. If you're still feeling tight, walk your dog. Stretch out one leg. Hang there for a while. Stretch out the other one. Now slide forward into plank. Lower your right knee. Side plank. Top arm reaches towards top of your head. Take the arm up and lift the leg up. Lift your sternum. Bend your knee, reach back. Kick into that hand. Bring that knee back behind you even more. Turn the chest up a little bit towards the ceiling. Release the arm up and the leg back. Close it. Come back down. Reach back into a child's pose. Into a downward dog. Step whatever foot you need to step forward and still see the camera. Or whatever device you have, and come on into Goddess. So bend those knees a little more. Come up. Bend them. Straighten everything. Bend and straighten. And continue to go a little deeper. Pushing those knees back behind you. So actually it's not pushing as much as it is contracting the muscles on the outsides of the legs near the glute area, contracting the glutes themselves. Now, from here, stay in your Goddess pose and lean to your right. Come back to center, lean to your left, and then do that a few times. If you can touch an elbow to a knee, or thigh rather, do that. Come back to center, straighten everything. Release the arms, legs are straight. Bend the knees again, take your hands to your thighs. Now, take your right shoulder in, giving yourself a little twist here. And then switch that, go to the other side. Keep your knees moving back so that they stay over the ankles. Over one side to the other. You can move a little bit more now. And as you do this, you're going to start to move your legs. As you bring your right shoulder forward, you straighten the right leg. As you bring your left forward, you straighten the left. It may not straighten all the way, that's all right. If you want, you can take your feet farther apart. You can take your hands down to the ground and do your stretch of those inner legs and the back of the legs. Skandasana. And then come into a wide leg forward bend. Straighten both legs and then bend forward. Now lift up a little bit, walk your hands forward, come into a downward dog so the legs stay wide, and you're going to bring your hands forward, start to move your hips back so that your ears go between your arms. Now lift up your sits bones and then slide forward. Move back into down dog. And then bring it forward. And then back. One more time, coming forward. Now take your left hand, touch your right shoulder, put it down. Switch. Again, both sides, and a third time. Then move back into down dog. Walk your hands in, setting the heels back down. Take your hands to your hips. Bring your torso parallel to the floor. Clasp your hands behind your lower back. Reach the arms long. Come back into your forward bend, lifting your hands up. Now inhale, come all the way up. Release your hands, roll your shoulders, work your feet in closer. Get the arms involved as you roll your shoulders. Now, stand up tall. Your legs are farther apart than normal. You're not in Tadasana. Stand up in Tadasana. As far as legs are not in Tadasana, the upper body is. And drop your chin, and then half circles. As you're doing this simple movement, can you feel what you felt when you were in your opening meditation? And if you weren't in the place you wanted to be in, can you create anew a feeling that lifts you up? Full circle. Reverse direction. Come back to center, hands to the hips, take your feet wider, turn your left foot out, come out into warrior two legs. Hands are still on the hips. Now float your arms up. Now look above and beyond your left fingertips. Peaceful warrior, left arm raises. Warrior two. Come back into your peaceful warrior. When you move from your warrior two to your peaceful warrior, and you do it with such precision and exactness, I want you to do the same thing as you come back into warrior two right now. Parshvottanasana, side angle or extended side angle. Take your top arm and wrap it behind the small of your back and reach that hand towards the left thigh. You may be able to grab it, you may not. Doesn't matter, you're just reaching. Take that right arm and reach it up. Straight up. Come back up into warrior two. To a peaceful warrior. Back to warrior two. Straightening out the left leg. Slide to your left. Come on back up. Exhaling to the left. Arms stay parallel to the floor. Come on back up. Again, slide. Hold that. Breathe here. And then enter into Trikonasana or triangle pose. Come on back up into warrior two. Take your hands to your hips, straighten out the front leg and turn the left foot forward. Or in. Come into a forward bend. And just hang out. This is your rest. Come all the way back up. Hands to the hips. Right foot turns out. Bend the right knee. Lower body is in warrior two. Float the arms out and look above and beyond the right fingers. Peaceful warrior. Right arm raises up. Warrior two. Again, open it up. Back to warrior two. Let's do one more time. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two, Parsvakonasana. Bring those left ribs back. Bring that left shoulder back. Mickey, I expect that you're reaching that right arm towards the windows into the backyard. Come on back up to warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Warrior two again. Straighten out that front leg. Slide to your right arm. Stay parallel to the floor. Come on back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the right and hold this. Maintain this. And then enter into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Come back up to warrior two. Take the hands to the hips. Turn that right foot in. Walk your feet in. You should be warmer. Walk in place. Come on up onto the balls of your feet. Just hover. You don't have to come up very high. Just hover. Set them back down. Come forward. Lift the heels. Move your hips back. Lift the balls of the feet. So heels, then balls of the feet. Just move in and out of this. Just kind of flowing here. And then next time you lift your heels, keep them up, hover, lift up, come up higher, come up as high as you can. Lower them down. Shift your weight to your right foot, lift your left foot. Come into tree, either low or high. And then come down into Tadasana. I got lost there. I was listening to the birds outside the window. So, other side. Shift the weight to the left foot. Come on into your tree. Once again, either low or high. into your Tadasana. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into a squat on the balls of our feet. So lift your heels. They don't have to be lifted high. Start to bend your knees. You're going to keep your torso vertical. You're going to come down as deep as you can. If you got to, come back up from here, come back up from here. If you can go all the way down, then you're going to come back up. It's very difficult to not lean forward, okay, but that's what you're trying to do. If you can stay up on the balls of the feet, stay up. We're going to do 5. This is 3. One more. And set the heels down. Just walk in place. Take your arms out. Turn your palms up so that you open up the shoulders. And then right arm or left arm over right. Come into eagle arms. And lift your elbows up. And open up the thoracic spine, back bend here a little bit. And then on an exhale, lower the elbows. Bend the knees, round. When you're ready to inhale, you lift back up. Same thing on the exhale. So move with your breath. Last one, take it up. Exhaling, rounding. As you begin to move up, you unclasp, release those arms out. Take the right arm over the left. Continuing on, lifting up, inhaling. Exhaling into flexion. Inhaling and opening into extension. Last one, take it up. And coming into flexion. As you come up, you unwind. Roll your shoulders. Now, if you can come down to your mat without using your hands, do that. If you need to use your hands, use your hands. Okay. On your mat, bring the bottoms of your feet together. Either grab your ankles or clasp your hands and take them around your toes. And then pull yourself forward. Bring your hips forward by rolling forward on your sits bones. And that will give you the feeling of your chest raising up, because it will, and you getting taller. And start to move your knees in opposite directions. One is going up, the other one's going down. Breathe through the nose. Start to get the knees to move in the same direction. And just move them up and down, flap them like a butterfly. Now press your knees down. Pull yourself forward once again. Pull your lower back forward. Press the knees down. Sit up taller. Start to lean forward. Try not to yet round with the spine, but come forward from the hips, okay? So you're still staying tall. Your chest is actually reaching up. If this is really challenging, you can take your hands back behind you. This makes it so much more doable because it'll actually help you lift your chest up by pressing your hands down and back. Keep coming to whatever level you can. If you're someone who can get all the way down, your arms are down on the floor and you're really deep, then do that. The rest of us, probably most of us, are just a few inches further along than where we were. Go very slowly because this opens you up. Bring yourself back up. Lean back, because this is an easy exit. Lean back, lift your knees, start to slide your legs long. Now if your knees are talking to you, massage them, move your legs, massage your hips perhaps, especially the outer hips. Roll the legs. All right, what do you want to do? You want to do core work? You want to do stretching? All right, take your left foot, bring it in to the inner right thigh. If your knee does not go all the way down, you should use a prop, a pillow or a block. Otherwise, it's hanging there, and this actually will tighten up. So if you support it, this can relax, which is what you want. You want to stretch this out. And as time goes by, you release the block a little bit more. And you release the block a little bit more, and you're doing your stretches, and you can release the block a little bit more. It's incremental. But this starts to open up if it's supported. If it's like this, it's naturally going to be contracted. Well, no, it's not. It's just tight. Well, what do you think that is? That's a contraction. Okay. So, sit up tall. Take your hands and cup them. And reach forward. Reach forward. If you can easily put it around your foot, do that. If not, release your hands and grab onto wherever you can get a hold of. And I want you to, wherever you go, what I want you to do is be able to lift up so that you actually flatten your, if you were looking at the back of the spine, you got a nice long spine. It's not rounded. You're lifting. And then on an exhale, pull yourself deep. And on an inhale, lift up again. And on the exhale, you go deeper. So you're going to continue to play this. Now, for those of you who can feel this, as you go deeper on the exhale, you're actually pulling yourself forward. If you can, you're not even pulling. You're using your core to pull you, not just your arms, okay? And you're pulling the top of your head towards your instep, not your forehead to your knee. Now stay down. Take your left hand to the outside of that right leg or right foot, or completely to the outside onto the floor. And you're adding just a little bit of a twist in this forward bend. And then slowly unwind and come on up. Bring this left knee in and lengthen the leg. And once again, massage if it needs it. Even if it doesn't, massage. Feels good. Take the right foot to the inner left thigh. Same thing here with the prop. Sit up tall. Start to come forward. Reach. Reach. Take the hands around the bottom of the foot or grab your legs. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, lengthening. On the in-breath, you open up and you extend. On the exhale, you close and you round, you go into flexion. This becomes your vinyasa. It's like a spinal wave. Try to lengthen each time you lift up. Doing the same as you fold. Now take your right hand to the outside of that left leg, somewhere. Adding a twist, staying in your forward bend. Gently unwind and unfold, lifting up, extending the right leg, and just rolling side to side. Move those legs, shake them out. Alright, since you asked for both, take your arms forward and start to lean back. Lean back, draw the knees in, lift the feet, bring the shins parallel to the floor and parallel with each other. And then from here, take your arms and open them up. And then bring them forward. And then bring them straight up overhead. Take them out and forward. Take your right leg parallel to the floor, hovering. Bring it back in and switch. Bring it in. Now we're going to do that again. And remember, the leg you're not moving doesn't move. Right leg parallel to the floor. Bring it back in. Left leg. Bring it in. Now you're shaking, so it's going to move. Grab the outsides of your feet and then lengthen, either bent knees or straight legs. Bring the feet together. Take them wide. Play with this a few times. You can be a seal if you want, okay? Take them wide again. These are things that you do at a cocktail party. That's why I never go to them. Okay. And then take your feet all the way down, bring your legs down and lengthen, and then come into your Paschimottanasana. And then roll up. And then roll all the way down. One vertebra at a time. As slowly as you can. Bring your left knee in and cross it over the body. Bring it over to the right side. Take your left arm out to the left. The right hand is on the outside of the left knee. You're bringing yourself into a twist. That right leg is on the mat, straight and strong, reaching through the heel. Come on back onto your back. Hug that left knee in, then extend it. Bring the right knee in, grabbing it with the left hand, taking it across the body all the way down. Right arm reaches out to the right. The left straight leg is straight and active. Extend through that left heel. Come on onto your back. Bring that knee in and the left knee. Wrap your arms around, gently roll from side to side. And then open up into your Shavasana. Getting yourself comfortable. Relaxing into your mat. Closing your eyes. Now relax all of the muscles in your forehead. Soften the face. Relax your tongue. Release your jaw, your chin. Allow your shoulders to move towards the floor, letting your arms get heavier. Allowing the physical body to totally relax and release and open up, while you, that which is you, soften your thoughts, letting them go. Feeling the feeling of peace, serenity, joy, being the witness, observing that you're smiling. Give yourself a thank you. Move your fingers. Move your toes, wiggling them. Move your head from side to side. Bend your elbows and move your hands and your wrists. Draw one knee in and then the other. And then roll to your right side. And bring yourself up to a seated pose. And then bringing your hands to your heart, eyes remaining closed, withdrawing from the senses around you, creating an experience within you that is greater than your external environment. Opening your heart to your heart song. May you be blessed and smile the rest of the day. Thank you for your practice, everyone. Namaste. Thanks. Meditation tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. if you're interested. See you then. Bye-bye.